without any forewarning. So if you happen to catch this live, that's awesome. Come on in. I'm going to share from my heart today and from my home about having a flexible plan. I when I plan these, I don't always have a clear idea. I trust that God is going to tell me what to say and when to say it, right? To give me a word fit for the season. What's going on with my hair? And today, it's first day back to homeschool. And I got my plans. I've been planning since June. I mean, really, even last year, as a homeschool mom, plan things ahead and everything we're going to do. I spent our last week of summer vacation, getting everything all planned. I had my things printed out, all my schedules, everything. And then boom, here it is, Tuesday, back to homeschool. And we started the day with somebody throwing up. Not me, thank goodness. But yeah, my 10-year-old is throwing up. And we're like, oh, okay, well, all right, you can just spend the day, resting, recovering. And I'm also kind of mentally bracing myself. Is this going to start what I call a puke storm, right? What a way to start the first week back to homeschool. So yes, I have my plans. But like Proverbs, I believe it's 16:9 says, man makes his plan, but God directs his steps. And all right, roll with it. Got to be flexible because, hey, I make plans, but I aim to make them as flexible as possible, just to be realistic because things happen. And I have 11 children, ages 17 to 8 months. So there are a lot of what I call mathematical variables in my day, right? Any number of things could go wrong. Well, not really wrong. I'm going to say that differently. They could just go different than what I planned. And I have found that if I hold really tightly to my plans, to my little schedule, and I have a schedule for it to help me, keep on track with my homeschool goals that we have for each kid every year, to keep me on track with business because I write, do a lot of stuff on the side. Get me on track, even just like functions of the home, right? Like running a home. There's meals, there's logistics, there's laundry, there's chores, there's stuff to do. So I've got years of experience now to become what I call a pro mom. I'm not a noob anymore. And I show moms how to do this. I share it more in depth in my Big Family Home course. If you want to learn more about that, it's below. And of course, in my group, I share, like I am right now, share freely from wisdom in my life in hopes that I can help other big family moms overcome struggles, grow in grace and grow in skill, because I didn't have anybody to talk to in the early years. So guess what happened next? Start the day off with the puke. And then we're about halfway through the morning, and Tuesday is laundry day for the 3 younger boys. I have 7 boys. Everybody, now the 6 older ones, not the 2-year-old boy, but the 6 older boys who all share the attic, they're all in charge of their own laundry, which is brilliant. I love this system. It works so well for us. All the boys have their own laundry basket that I've wrapped they are color coded. A lot of big families color code. So they've been color coded since they were little, and they started using plastic IKEA plates. And they have their cup and their bowl and their plate that matches them. And turns out it's their favorite color. And I think it's because it's just been associated with like food and good things over the years. So they've got color string that I just put around the handle of the laundry basket. So everybody's got their 6 laundry baskets up there. And eventually in time, when the 2-year-old joins the fray, there will be 7. So on Monday, it's the 3 older boys' laundry, and they're all in charge to bring it down, run it through the wash, get it on the line, because we're still doing laundry on the line this time of year. Really helps save on our gas bill. And then today's Tuesday, so the 3 younger boys are in charge to bring their laundry down, and then I kind of help manage it and get people they just need direction from me. That's all. So it's great. I don't have to lift, lug, put away, fold any of the boys' laundry. And I've let go of folding. Like, I don't really care anymore. I realize that's just not a hill I need to die on. And so as long as it gets in the proper drawers, because they'll have their own drawer system upstairs, that's good enough for me. So my 12-year-old is out putting the laundry on the line. And it was a double load, because I tell the boys, like, if it's less than half full, wait another week. Like, they have enough clothes, and listen, if they're going commando, I really don't care, because I don't know, and it's okay, right? Like, again, being flexible, not just with my routine, but like, where are the acceptable things that are not a really big problem for me? He's out there. He gets all the laundry on. He's down to like 4 things. He's used up the 2 lines that we have running across our backyard. And he comes in the house and he has this shocked look on his face. I'm like, are you okay? He says, the laundry line broke. And I'm figuring, okay, one of them snapped. It happens every couple of years, like the wire, whatever. I go out, no. Everything is on the ground. 2 entire lines full of heavy laundry. And the whole piece that my husband had like, it runs from one side of the backyard to the other. The other piece that holds both lines in place, because I have them running parallel, had just completely come off the tree that it was secured to. There's this big old tree in the backyard. It's just across the entire lawn, just 2 lines in the dirt, in the grit. Our backyard is like a dog run for our Great Dane, and the kids. We got the sandbox back there and the trampoline and the swing set and so on. So it's like not like a pretty backyard. It's a very functional backyard. I'm very grateful for it. But there's dusty dirt, and I'm like, the baby's crying. Well, not like crying, but like starting to wake up. And I'm just like, okay, how long can I wait until like she's like, no, mom, seriously, I really need you to come and feed me. I'm in the middle of it, at the middle of the morning, and I'm like, oh God, I wonder if you laugh with that proverb when he inspired it to the writer of that particular chapter of Proverbs. Like, man makes his plans, but God does direct his steps. So I really took that to heart, and I'm going to share that with you today because I had one of those moments, and I knew exactly then what my life was going to be about today. Because though I teach how, big family moms, how to get organized, how to get into a routine, it's so important for it to be flexible, because when it's really rigid and we're like, no, I have to get all these things done on Monday, on Tuesday, have to get it, have to. It's a setup for burnout. It's a setup for, how will I say it? Like self-recrimination, like to really gang up on yourself and beat yourself up, because most of the things that we put on our to-do lists are not necessarily life and death. There's a difference. I talk to my kids about this, like needs versus wants, right? I need oxygen. I need food, right? I need water. I need shelter, clothes. There are needs, right? Basic, like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? There's needs, and there's a lot of wants. Well, today I wanted to be on my schedule because I wanted to be here at this point in my day. And sometimes we can get caught up, and this doesn't just apply to homeschooling, like any kind of big family mom, just life, right? Where I'm like, I've got all these plans with these goals and visions, and somehow if we don't get it just right today, we can get way up in our head and think that it's all going to fall apart, take it really personally, worry about our kids. Oh no, I'm going to screw them all up. So I have learned to be flexible and to just kind of roll with it, give myself some flexibility, give myself some grace. Like, okay, all right. I really wanted the laundry to be air dried today because inflation, gas, everything, right? Hey, if I can save on a week's worth of laundry on our gas bill, win, right? That's money in our pocket. And we work hard for our money. So that's important to me. That is a deep value-based goal. God was just like, Tara, you're going to trust me with the money. You have an opportunity. I'll put it this way. I'm paraphrasing how God speaks to my heart. Opportunity to trust him more, opportunity to let go of exactly how I was thinking my first day back to homeschool was going to run. And so I just smiled, took a deep breath in the backyard and said, all right, you start at that end, I'll start at this end. Let's just, shake it off. It's really dirty. We'll wash it again. I think as a big family mom, we have such an opportunity for sanctification every single day and to draw closer in our relationship with God because of all those variables. And I'm not saying like other parents, other families with 2 kids, 3 kids, they have their own walk of grace and of sanctification. But I heard a friend of mine said years ago, and I remembered it again today, that motherhood really is the fast track of sanctification. And how much more when we have many children in our homes, whether you away school or homeschool or however you educate your children, you've got your plans, right? And then all of a sudden blows up in your face. You're like, okay, wow. And those can be really vulnerable moments. So another part of being flexible is just to be gracious and understand if God's changing my plans, I can get mad, shake my fist at the sky, kind of scream about it internally, which sets me up to be more vulnerable, to be like irritable, or even really like losing my temper at or around my children. Or I can just trust, as confounding as it is, that everything actually is going according to plan. Not my plan, but according to like the plan, big T, big P plan. And today God had me working with my son, feel a little emotional, and modeling to him grace under fire, right? Instead of being like, or even getting angry at my husband. Why didn't he secure it? I don't really know what happened. Something happened. Instead, I just kind of was like, well, would you look at that? And I even took time to be like, Bo, you did a really good job putting these all on the line. And then I asked him as we were working, how did you feel when it came down, bud? Were you mad? Were you shocked? And he's like, well, I just talked about it. We had a moment together. And maybe, I mean, I try not to ascribe too much why to the mystery of life. Because of course, when tragedy happens, we always ask, why me, why this, God, why? But in this moment, which wasn't like a high pressure crisis tragedy situation, perhaps, perhaps God had me connecting with my son, modeling something. And it takes trust and having a flexible routine with myself and saying, you know what, it's okay. We don't have to do it this way today. We'll do it that way. I'll trust God with the money. I will trust God with the time. And I'll trust God even with the baby who's starting to wake up and how that's going to affect. I ended up nursing her while I was doing couch lessons with the kids. And they had an opportunity to just practice not touching the baby while mommy's reading and nursing at the same time. And it went good. We got it done. And I didn't know today when I was going to do my live, but then boom, all of a sudden, even though things went awry today, an opportunity presented itself, kind of like a little piece of sunshine coming out of the clouds. And I was like, it's a perfect time to do the live. And I know exactly what's on my heart to say. So, big family mom, if your plans have changed today, and they're going to change next hour or tomorrow, and they probably will, I encourage you to trust that God is directing your path. Take a deep breath if you're feeling your temperature rising and be flexible with it. It's called, when we were in Bible college, one of our great theology professors talked about the sanctity of the relaxed grasp. And it's, we have our plans. I'm going to use my phone as an example. We hold it so tight. We're like, this is how it's going to go. This is how I'm going to serve you. This is how I'm going to glorify you. This is how my life, my marriage, my children, them, their lives, this is how it's all going to go. And they're usually good goals, like really good visions that we have. But then what if they don't go according to plan? And God wants us to let him be sovereign, right? But if I'm holding on so tight, he might have to break my hand a little bit until I finally trust him and let go. So we were encouraged to have the sanctity of the relaxed grasp, so that if God is going to take something out or put something in, my hands are open, my heart is open, and that takes trust and that takes faith. And being a big family mom is a fast track, in my humble opinion, to do that. So I hope this has encouraged you today. If you'd like to connect more, if you're catching this for the first time, on YouTube or wherever you're picking this up, you want to connect with a group, a community of big family moms with myself to help you grow, like I said, in grace and skill as a big family mom. The link is below to jump in the group. And I look forward to seeing you over there. Oh, and I did want to reiterate again, if you're like, okay, flexible routine, seriously, because I need help, then I also have a link below to my Big Family Home course where I unpack this in high level detail. I got the handouts. I show you exactly how I do it, step by step, very graciously. You can move at your own pace. And it has 3 main parts to the course: Big Family Mom routines, Big Family Home organization, and then how to be calm and teach your kids how to do it at the same time. Because that takes practice. And God is so gracious to help us learn and help one another. So I put together that course just for big family moms, because I did not start out this way. By his grace, with lots of practice, I have grown. I've grown in grace, I've grown in skill, and that's there for you. So I'm going to pop out because it's almost lunchtime at my house. God bless you. Have a good day, and I'll chat with you.